Okay. Hi, John.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Happy release day.
Thank you. Our new baby is out.
Yeah. So how do you celebrate the day today?
By doing press, actually. And later on, Michael and I will be on television in Denmark.
Oh, cool. And then after this, after show beer?
No. We're both driving, so no beers for us.
Ah, okay. Then next time.
Maybe next time, yeah.
Perfect. So your album Servant of the Mind, with this album, you're actually going back to the roots again. So in direction like your two albums, Guitar Gangsters and Cadillac Blood, or Beyond Hell Above Heaven. So I really like this. How was your reaction when Michael came around with these heavier songs?
I don't think I really had a reaction as such in the beginning. It was because, sometimes even doing the rewind stuff, he would sometimes fool around with some more heavy type of riffs and, maybe some sort of warm-up thing or something. But all of a sudden, he started bringing in songs that were more based on the riff than the actual vocal lines and melodies. So it's like, well, okay, so this is the direction we're heading this time. Okay, that's going to be interesting. It's going to be a challenge, as always, but, a fun challenge. Yeah, a little bit, perhaps a throwback to some of the earlier stuff, but it was like, okay, this is the way we're going. Fine, let's go.
Perfect. It really sounds good.
Good.
So how did you guys record the album? So did you have any problems because of lockdown or something like that?
No, on the contrary, actually, once we were told that there would be no touring and everything was closed and stuff like that, we just, after a couple of weeks, we just decided, well, instead of just sitting at home, why don't do something? And so we started meeting up, twice a week in the rehearsal room, and then he would start bringing in all the ideas and songs and stuff like that. And yeah, before we knew it, we had like 12 or 13 songs ready to go. So we decided for once to do some demos of the songs. So it's just the three of us, because Rob, of course, was stuck in the US.
Yeah.
We did the demos, and everybody liked the demos. The record company liked it, the management liked it, and then when we came to the fall of 2020 and there was still no sign of touring, we said, well, why not be one step ahead of everything and basically record the stuff that we have? So we recorded the whole album and the cover songs and all that stuff, and then we said, okay, then let's see what's going to happen. Are we able to tour? Hopefully in 21, then we will tour, and then we have the album on hold. So in case the record company and the management or whoever will say, well, guys, we need some new material, we can say, well, here it is. It's done. It's ready. But, there were no touring in 21 as well, apart from we did the small US run in October, I think it was, September, October. And, now it's just time to release the album, get a new album out, and hopefully by next year we'll be on the road the whole of 22.
How was the mini tour in the US?
It was
get back on stage.
Well, it was good to be back on stage. Absolutely, it was. Of course, it was slightly different because you still have the pandemic going, and we all had to wear face masks 24/7. We had to be cautious and careful where we went and stuff like that. But we just used our common sense, basically. And just saying, okay, if we wanted to go out, let's say, and get something to eat, and there were too many people at that place, we'll just say, no, we're not going in there. We'll find another place. So it was more like that, actually. But in honesty, just to be back on stage, it was a little bit weary too, because we haven't played live for so long. And one thing is that you can rehearse yourself to death and think you got everything under control, but as soon as you get up on stage, things might happen, so we were a little bit wary, and we were a little bit rusty as well. But so was the crowd. So it kind of added up in the end. But in overall, it was just great to go out and play some shows.
Cool. We're looking forward to 2022.
Yeah, 22.
22, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Perfect. So on Servant of the Mind, I especially like the two songs. The opener song, Temple of Cure, and The Devil Rages On. Can you tell us what these two songs are about?
No.
No?
No. That's Michael's question. You know, he's the one who comes up with the lyrics. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Okay, but it sounds good.
yeah. Thankfully, it sounds good, but I think The Devil Rages On. I think it's something to do that the devil comes to Earth and takes on a human form. I think, but in all honesty, you know, I have no idea what the lyrics is about. I've never been one of those guys who pays attention to lyrics. Actually, that would be the last thing on my mind is actually lyrics. You know,
so
melodies and hook line that I can whistle along to and make up my own words. That's great. But as for lyrics, you know, I need to read them as well as a lot of other people to know what he's saying.
Okay, so you never asked, hey, Michael, what's the song about?
No, I trust him. You know, I trust him that he knows what he's doing. I trust him. So I'll leave the lyrics to him.
That's good. Okay. So maybe, do you have a favorite song on the album?
There's a few, but it actually changed from day to day. But right now, it's I would say it's probably Shotgun is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Sacred Stones. I like Lasse's Begita.
Yeah.
And the one called Mindlock.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
So Lasse's Begita is the longest song on the album.
Yeah.
It's crazy, around about 8 minutes.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we were actually surprised too, because, you know, when we did the song, we didn't really think about it as being one of the longer pieces. And I don't think it was really until we recorded it that we looked at the time and it's like, oh my God, it's really like 8 minutes long. It doesn't feel like that. Not even when we're playing it. It doesn't feel like it's 8 minutes long.
That's true.
But it is actually one of the longest pieces we've ever done, actually.
That's cool. That's really cool. So is the artwork of the album, is it a bit reference to COVID? It looks like a bit because of the man going insane, the vaccination.
No. I think it has something to do with that he's supposed to be this doctor, and I think the idea was that he's actually supposed to want to look inside of his own mind to see what's going on inside his own mind. I think that's the idea. Again, I'm not really that familiar with the story or the idea behind it. And I think that picture in the back where he's kind of throwing everything off his head, in my view, it kind of looks like he's gone completely insane.
Yeah. Cool. Did you have a specific goal with the album? So like to reach #1 in the charts, or you just said we want to make music?
No, we've never really thought about this stuff going, oh yeah, we need to do something that takes it to #1 or something like that. I mean, of course, there are certain songs when we've done the songs where Michael would say, I think this one is a single for, let's say, the Danish market, or this could be a single for the US market. But it's not like that we are making the songs to say, okay, we have to do something so we can make sure that it will go to #1, let's say in Germany, or, you know, this has to be for the American market or stuff like that. We've never worked like that. And in all honesty, I don't think you can work like that for 20 years. I mean, you can probably do it in the pop genre. There's probably some formulas where, you know, if we put this type of beat to it and we add this element, yes, then it would probably be #1. And it probably will for maybe 6 months, and then people have forgot about it. But I guess for rock in general or metal, I don't think you can work that way.
Mm-hmm.
whatever you do, it has to be natural. As soon as you try to force something on people, then I'm pretty sure, that's my conviction, then it won't work. People will discover it and say, no, this is not really what they are all about, you know. And for us, I mean, the songs that comes out the way they are, and as long as people like it, you know, great. I'm sure when the day comes when people say, okay, we had enough of you guys, then it's over.
How do you decide these songs are better for Danish people, or this is better for Germany? So,
well, it's basically, I mean, it's not only Michael who decides what's going to be the single. He has an idea. Let's say Dan Fur, for instance. He said this. I'm pretty sure this could be a single for the Danish market, and it was. You know, the people who were working behind us said yes, this will work for the Danish market. As for the singles that goes out in the US, that's usually Q Prime who picks those. And Michael, of course, he says, yeah, whatever you guys do, that's great. If you think it works for the US market, that's great. But he knows that, for instance, for the Danish market, he knows there are certain type of songs that will work for the radio. If it's going to be a hit, great. If it's not going to be a hit, all right, then we knew that as well, you know. But it's not like that he sits down and write a song that says, I'm going to write a single. It's not like that. When we do the songs, he can pick one or two out where he says, I think this one could work for the Danish market. This one could maybe work for the German market, and etc. That's how it works.
Okay, cool. And now what's next for you guys? So do you have specific plans, maybe touring or writing more songs?
Well, hopefully in January next year, we're supposed to go back to America to do a co-headline tour with Ghost.
Oh, cool.
And Twin Temple as the opener. That's what in the works right now. I know they're starting to come up with dates for Europe for next year. There's some festival dates. There's some dates in the UK. There are a few German dates up in the works right now. But that stretches, I guess, throughout the summer of next year. Hopefully, things are so back to normal that we can all actually go out and enjoy festivals, and, you know, for us, go out and play again.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll be able to do that, you know, do the whole festival run. You know, there's the few German one-off shows, and I guess later on go out and do a full-scale European tour at some point.
Nice. We hope so too.
Yeah.
We hope so too.
Yeah.
So in the last 2 years, there was no touring. So what are you missing most of all?
Well, the obvious answer is, of course, to say, to go back up on stage. We miss that, you know, because, it's been almost 2 years now since where we haven't really done any touring. And, you know, in hindsight, I think actually it worked out pretty well for us that we didn't tour, because for the first time in 10 years, we could actually spend the summer with our families. Mm-hmm. I mean, we were still stuck at home, but hey, you know, we were with our families. We haven't been that almost in 10 years because we're always working during the summer. So that was good. And I think actually it kind of gave us a breathing space also from each other, actually, even though we were working, but we weren't together 24/7 as we are when we go on tour. So that was good. So now that, you know, our batteries are recharged, and now we're basically sitting and waiting. It's like, okay, can we go back out now? Can we come back out now? No, not yet. Okay, can we go back out now? No, you have to wait a little bit. But, you know, now we're ready. We want to go back out. You know, it's time for us to go back out.
Yeah. Have you maybe discovered any new hobbies while sitting at home?
No, I'm still, you know, still having the same hobbies that I always have. You know, I spend too much time on the internet searching for vinyls and Legos and all that crap. You know, all those nice, cheap hobbies that I have. You know.
Wonderful.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I've spent a lot of time, like I said, searching for vinyls and stuff like that. Spent probably too much money on it as well, but
but that's okay.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying. It's okay. The wife complains when I come home with the same album for the 10th time. She's like, "Why is that?" And I was like, "Well, this is different pressing. You'll get it. You'll get it."
Okay. So, and Christmas is coming up soon. Are you more a Christmas elf or a Grinch?
I am probably the Grinch.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I don't care about Christmas. Christmas is for kids, and that's fine. I'm a big kid too, but that whole Christmas thing, it's for me, it's like it's too much. I mean, it starts already. I don't know about Germany, but here it already starts late October. You see the stores already in late October starting putting up the Christmas decoration and the Christmas melodies and all that stuff. I mean, there are some good Christmas melodies, no doubt about that. I mean, you can't go wrong with the John Lennon one, for instance, but it's all right. It's the same 5 songs that they play on the radio all the time, and before we actually even reach December, I'm sick and tired of it.
Oh, no. So could you imagine that Volbeat will ever make a Christmas album so you can make different songs? New songs.
No.
Rocking Christmas songs.
Again, all the good Christmas songs has already been made. Like I said, the John Lennon one, Slade, the Kings, King Diamond, No Presents for Christmas. Hey, you can't go wrong with that one, right? Elvis did, he did some Christmas albums. Twisted Sister did a Christmas album, for God's sake. And that's that's fine. I don't really see us dressed up in Santa Claus's outfit.
Okay.
Maybe I should take that one back. You never know what's going to happen.
Okay,
but
good.
Right now, no.
Okay. So, Jon, thank you so much. That was my last question. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Okay.
And stay safe and hopefully see you soon.
Yeah, and you stay safe as well. And hope to see you pretty soon.